Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Welcome to this practice that's all about forward bending flexibility. We're going to be primarily concentrated on standing forward bend called Padangusthasana. Using 2 blocks and a strap will help you be able to access this posture from wherever you are in your practice. And remember, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know how the practice is going for you. And I want to see you on the yoga mat every day. So when you're ready to get started, close your eyes. Bring your hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Good. We're going to come over onto the hands and knees. And I'd like you to point your feet, separate the knees lightly. Exhale, I'd like you to sit back on the feet. This is challenging for you. You can take the yoga blocks and put that underneath the hips. And then exhale, forward folds. So by separating the knees a little bit, this gives space to the torso. So we're kind of in a slightly wide child's pose, just a little bit wide, mimicking the parallel position of the legs and beginning some of the key components of forward bend, which are releasing the back, flexing or closing the front of the hip joint, and then drawing the thigh bones close to the body, drawing the navel in. Let's stay one more breath like this. All right, that was good. Let's move the hands a little back. Come forward, pressing into the shoulders, curl the toes. Inhale up to downward facing dog. Take a moment and find your good downward dog position, drawing the navel in, and we'll hold it here. We've got 1, 2, 3. So check in with your downward dog. If your knees are bending and the back is over rounding too much in downward dog, start to work your forward fold here. So send the hips back and up, root down through the heels and release the back muscles. 2 more breaths. Let's go for 1 more breath. Nice. Now switch your gaze forward. We're going to walk forward. Then the biggest secret that I can share with you for Padangusthasana and forward folds is to do them in a released manner. So come to the same position I'm in. Bend your knees, take the chest on the thighs, and let your torso hang down. So now we release the back, we release the hip joint, close and flex the hip joint, and then inhale. Layer your arms over each other. Good. And so we want to let this to be kind of a hanging forward fold with a little bit of a long hold. Let's just release the movement. So I did not have a natural forward fold when I started the practice. I was quite tight. So I used to hang just like this every morning. So if you're working on your forward folds, you could repeat this practice every morning. So we do this hanging forward fold together. And you could just, put the water on to boil if you're making tea or coffee. And then just hang out in the forward fold, part of your morning ritual. Bend the knees, give it a break for a moment. And the key is no effort right now. Straighten the legs. Good. And just let it release. If you cannot straighten, you need to bend and straighten as much as you can. All right, even if you're over here in this sort of round position, just keep thinking about releasing in the pelvis by drawing the navel in and creating space. Let the organs of the abdomen kind of pour into the upper torso. Sounds weird, but the organs can move around inside the abdomen. Let them move around. Let's bend the knees. Let's add a little more weight. Interlace the fingers. You can hold a strap as well here. And then release your arms. Good. Let the shoulders be like little extra weight. Stay here. 2, 3. You'll notice that the rib cage draws a little bit more in this position. 4 and 5. Let's bend the knees, taking the hands down. Come down into a squat position for a moment. Let's just give that a little bit of a break. All right, the navel is in. Then I'd like you to sink those heels down. Bend your knees. This will help you access a little bit more the ability to hold on to the big toes. So wrap the first 3 fingers around the big toes. Then inhale with bent knees. You can straighten the arms. Exhale, fold, and then activate into the forward fold. So use the quadriceps, draw the navel in, but soften the shoulders. So you're not pulling with the arms, but the torso and the legs activate to deepen that forward fold. 2 breaths like this. Then inhale, straight arms. Exhale here. Now we try to enter with straight legs. Breathe in very deeply. And then exhale. Again, fold. Good. Soften the arms. Shoulder blades away from the ears. Fold the muscles of the abdomen in and pivot a little bit forward. That's good. And we'll stay again. 1, 2, the more the quadriceps engage, the more the hamstrings can lengthen, the whole back of the leg can lengthen. 3, gaze at the nose tip. 4, you can close the eyes for a moment if that's helpful, but then open them again. 5, inhale, straight arms. Exhale. To exit the forward fold, come onto your fingertips, draw the sitting bones towards each other, activate the lower abdomen, and inhale all the way up. Exhale. All right, let's shake that out for a moment. Good. Make sure everything feels good. With straight legs, let's just roll through the hip a little bit. Good. All right. Now, to deepen Padangusthasana. Let's grab those 2 blocks. Step up onto the blocks. This is to deepen your forward fold. This won't be for everyone, but everybody can try. Come up onto the blocks. You just might not like it so much. Then, holding on to your feet, inhale, prepare, deep breath in. Exhale, reach around the back and fold. And now, since the hands can go beyond the feet, we have a little extra weight. So we can layer the hands behind the feet for a few breaths, giving a light hold of your hands. If you cannot hold the hands, but you still want to try this, then we can hold onto a strap. Just kind of let the weight of the arms drape down, and we'll hold. We have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's bend the knees. All right. Now we're going to do the same thing to the front. Hands forward. And then exhale, fold and soften. Turn the palms up so there's no kind of indication that we're going to be bearing too much weight. And just kind of hang out here, and we'll stay here. 3, 4. Notice I'm rocking side to side just to give a little bit of extra space. 5, bend the knees, reach back for that strap. And I'd like you to take the strap, and everybody, I want to do the strap for this one so that we don't have to worry about the shoulders as much. Then straighten and release. Lightly hold the strap. Now the shoulders act like weight. And again, because the floor is not there right at the feet, it's a little bit deeper, a little bit more challenging. We hold there. Sometimes when I hold here, the forward fold moves actually out of the hamstrings into the calves and into the ankles, which is really cool. All right, breathe. Any pressure at the hamstring attachment, I want you to exit. Let's do 1 more breath. Good. Bend the knees. All right. Now, I'm going to come off the blocks, and the knees down, and exhale. Let's actually sit in a squat and sort of a sit in a kneeling position for a moment with the hips resting on the feet. This kind of closed position will just help equalize the spine. Good. Let's move the blocks away, and then exhale, child's pose with the knees together this time. Just 2 breaths. I'll take the hands forward, cross your feet, and then let's sit down. So remember, any pain right at your sitting bone in the forward bends, this means that the belly of the muscle is not stretching, but you're overstressing the attachment of the hamstring on the sitting bone. So you would want to bend your knees a little bit there, activate your quadriceps a little bit more, firm the pelvic floor a little bit more so that we can kind of create safety around the attachment and also the insertions of the muscles, so the ends, the bookends of the muscles. And you want to target the flexibility work deep in the belly of the muscle. All right. Most important thing is that you keep practicing. So it took me years to get the good forward fold using the technique and a kind of short mini forward fold practice, just like we did today for Padangusthasana. Come back to this class often and your forward bend will improve if you keep practicing. So let's close the eyes. Bring your hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love.